Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, people from YouTube. I'm Larissa, your host today. So let me present myself first. I'm Larissa. I'm 27 years old. I'm an architect. I work in a engineering company, and I live in Rio with my husband and our dog. And I've been here on Talk and Talk since the pandemic, but as host since July 2023. Yeah. And my free time, I like to do outdoors activities and I like to do exercise. I like to work out and things like that. So here on Talk and Talk, it's a safe place to practice and to learn a lot. Okay, it's a good place to improve in our English and another language like Spanish, French, Italian. And okay, today we're going to talk about imposter syndrome. So let's start with the presentation. So Johansson, can you present yourself, please?
Yeah, again, I am Johansson. I'm from Sergipe and 27 years old. I have been studying English here in Tekentalk since 23, I think the end of 2023, I think so. Yeah. I have worked as software developer since 2019 too. At my free time, I play guitar always I can. I like to go to the beach. Sometimes I hike in the mountain. Yeah, that's it. I like to stay with friends, family, whatever. That's a little bit about me.
Okay, perfect. So Andrea, please.
Guys, good evening. Sorry about my voice. I have a cold. I'm Andrea. I live in Guarujá, the coast of São Paulo. I don't know if you know, guys. But I was born in São Bernardo do Campo. I am married, but I don't have kids, don't have pets. I am an administrative assistant in a Japanese restaurant. In my work, basically, I am responsible for pay the bills, pay the employees, buy things for the restaurant, uh, pay the suppliers too. And what else? I really enjoy when I'm time going at concerts. I wish I could do some active sports, but I am a lazy person. I am thinking about start walking on the beach this year. Let's see, because I think it's necessary for my health. Yeah, that's it about me.
Yeah, it's important to take care of our health, right? So thank you. And Romeo?
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Romeo. I'm 43 years old. I live in Imperatriz, the countryside to Maranhão. I work with railroad maintenance since 18 years. I like to watch movies, series, and the others things. I like to um, go camping with my family, especially in weekend. And that's it.
Okay, perfect. So, okay, guys, let's start with the questions. Okay, so the question number one. How do you define imposter syndrome? So for me, it's a feeling, a bad feeling, and I doubt myself, and sometimes I don't feel enough, you know, so it's caused me a low self-esteem and self-sabotaging, and it's not a good thing, right? So what do you think, Romeo? What is imposter syndrome for you?
I had a question because I never thought about this, but I agree with you. You know, I think many many pe- many people suffering a lot about this. It's not a good feeling. Uh, how can I say? Not a good feeling. Uh, I don't know to explain this. Yeah, I think it's not good for everyone. You know. Yeah, I think that's it.
Every period is not a good feeling, but I think it's normal to feel like this. And I think a lot of people suffering a lot because of that. So,
Yeah.
Johnson, what do you think?
I think the imposter syndrome can be better sometimes because remove the power of the person for doing some things sometimes. For sometimes doing an interview because they think that they don't have sufficient knowledge for the job and whatever. I think sometimes it's I could say about me, I could think that I don't have sufficient knowledge for doing something and whatever. But it's what I thinking about me, know what the people say um, about me. It's different. Today, I about me, about my work, about I what I do. Often, I could say that I don't have lots of problem with this, but when it's something new at my life, most of the times I thinking about it because it's something that I didn't try about. So sometimes I think if I do something bad and whatever, but at my life, frequently I didn't have this problem with the things that I do often at my life.
Sometimes I feel like this. I don't feel enough, as you said. I don't feel professional enough, friends enough, um, especially in new things, so hard to deal with that. So, Drea, please.
With all of you guys, I was speaking here while we were talking. I believe that imposter syndrome, it's a feeling that everybody feels, feel like that. Even once, for example, but I think everybody passed through this. And I don't know, maybe it can be related to a lack of confidence sometimes, because when we are confident, we don't feel afraid to take risks, And when we don't have so much confidence, it's more difficult. And then we start thinking, oh, I am not good enough for that. Maybe people don't do not uh, know or do not like what I am doing. Just kind of feelings, just kind of thoughts, You are always thinking uh, a better result what you need to do. And sometimes we don't face uh, what we need to face just because we are afraid of something, taking risks, for example. So I think imposter syndrome it's about it's related to lack of confidence too.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Andre. I think imposter syndrome is related to our confidence and the fear of judgment. I don't like to be judged. So and I have the tendency to judge myself. In another hand, oh my God, I have a problem with my camera, but okay. And yeah, it's not easy, and sometimes cause me anxiety, and I feel bad, so I don't feel satisfied with my results, with my tests, and it's really hard, guys. So, and my camera is back. So, okay. John, so can you read the next question, please? Or two.
Can you give some reasons why people experience this syndrome? I could say about me, I think so, but most of the times it happens with me when I don't have a lot of experience with something. So if I want to create a new project that it's not in my area, uh, that I don't have, I know that I don't have enough knowledge about this theme, this subject. Sometimes I think that I could do something that um, it's going to not it's not going to work because I think that I don't have knowledge uh, enough knowledge for it. Most of the time, it happens to me in new projects, in new areas that I want to work. For me, it's like this. For for example, the first time that I did an interview in English, I remember that I skipped some interviews because I am a little afraid about it. But the first time that I did my first interview in English, I stopped to reject the another one that come. So sometimes it's just a try. I know, but it sometimes can be hard.
Yeah, yeah, and it's hard to face a new problem, or not a problem, but a new challenge in our life. So I think it's normal to feel like you, Johnson. But you need to face the new challenge, and uh okay, sometimes I don't feel prepared to do an interview in English, or to do a new thing in my job. So I can study, I can prepare myself, take time. And yeah, but we need to to face and go ahead, and it's important. So, Drea, what do you think?
Yes, I think there are a lot of reasons involved on it. For example, lack of confidence, as I said before, uh, fear of being judged. I think it's the most, because sometimes as I said, we are afraid to face some situations because we're just thinking about what the other people are thinking about our attitudes or our thoughts, or even when it comes to English, for example, if you will make mistakes while you are speaking. So I think there are a lot, but the main points for me is that uh, fear of being judged and lack of confidence.
Yeah, I'd like to not care about what people thinking about me, or about my tasks, but it's impossible to me. And for me, the comparison is the bad thing to feel the syndrome. And especially here on Talk and Talk, in the beginning, it was so hard for me because I saw a lot of people talking in English, and I feel frozen, and I compare my level of in English with another person, and it was terrible for me because I feel stuck, and And yes, it's about confidence too, because now I can, uh, I don't know 100% of English, of words in English, but I feel confidence to be here 1 hour per week and talk 100% in English. So yeah, it's about confidence and face a challenge. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
I think it's interesting, Larissa, what you said, because you said everything now, because, for example, when I started here, I think it was the same time. I think you
Yeah.
started first, but I remember that I was afraid to make mistake because, you know, thinking about the judgment, but when I realized that here it's a safe place, no one will judge you. If you judge, okay. And the confidence that we acquire, the correct word, you can here, it's the most important. Now we are here speaking in English. So for me, the importance is when you gain the confidence, it doesn't matter more about the other's opinion. It's like a freedom, a feeling of freedom. I don't know if you feel the same, but I feel like that. I am free. I have freedom to do everything, to speak everything that I want without concern about the other's opinion, like that. Sorry, guys, I speak too much sometimes.
No problem, Andrea. And yeah, I remember our beginning because we started not at the same time, but close, I guess. And I remember we just did the classes here on Talk Talk, not immersion, because we had afraid to talk, and yeah, now I can see it was bad for me, but it was my process, and now I don't want to be perfect, I don't want to speak English very well, I just want to share my ideas and my opinions, and yeah, for me it's the most important thing here on Talk and Talk. So, okay, let's return to the question number 2. So, Romeo, what do you think? We don't listen to you. Your mic is off. Romeo, are you there? No. Okay, guys. So, oh, Romeo, here. Romeo, are you there?
Believe is
The connection,
Uh, maybe
ah,
this,
it's coming again.
yeah. Romeo, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, my internet is not good.
Okay.
Are you asking me the second question?
Yes, the second question.
Okay. I don't know. How can I say before? It's a hard topic for me. But I think uh, many people, how can I say, try try invent it or how can I say, create many situations in your mind, you know, and live like how can I say, a pretend way, you know, how can yeah, I don't know say this in English. How can I say quando a pessoa tem muitas identidades diferentes, like let's say the different personalities, I think when one of these personalities affect your real life, I think sorry guys, it's hard for me this question.
Yeah, it's not easy to discuss about this topic. And yeah, sometimes I put a lot of expectation in myself, and I don't know, it's another personality, I don't know, but I put different expectation, different um strength, I don't know, in different area of my life. And yeah, it's bad, guys. So okay, let's start now. Let's go to the question number 3. So Andrea, can you read for us, please?
Yes. Do you think family can affect imposter syndrome? Oh my gosh. Let me think about this question, but I think so, because there are some parts that, how can I explain that? I will try, guys. Some parts uh, don't value your kids like that. And then these kids start thinking about they are not good enough, maybe can lead to a possible syndrome when they grow up. So I think thinking about that this way, I think I agree with this question that family can affect imposter syndrome. I don't know if you understand my answer, guys.
Yeah, I think family can affect imposter syndrome because, for example, my example, I remember when I was a kid and I was a teenager, I feel fear to disappoint my parents, and sometimes I judge me a lot to do my best every day, every time. And sometimes I be unrealistic and put a lot of expectation unrealistic. So yeah, and I had a fear to failure to my parents. So I think it's affects me when I was younger. Now less because I don't live with my parents, and I I don't depend then, so I have my own money, my own house, So when I remember when I used it to live with them, it was hard to deal with this. So okay, Romeo, what do you think?
Let me see. Do you think family can affect imposter syndrome? Yeah, I think, because I think the family can probably require many, let's say, many things. How can I say, the the sons, especially fathers require the your son require a good opportunity. I think in it is hard for some people, and can can I say can bring in many good opportunities. I think looking good opportunity during your life, like how can I say, um, during your life, like a good person for a good studies for in the future have how can I say a better life. You know, I think it's probably a fact. You know, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. So I agree with you, Romeo. So, for example, some parents didn't have access to education. So I'm a first person of my family to complete the graduation. So can you imagine how um pressure my family put on me, and sometimes it's I remember it was hard to deal with this. And I know my family want to give me a better life, so but it's hard to deal with this pressure. So, Johnson, what do you think?
Yeah, I think the family is important and they could have a good or bad effect about this because I could say for example my father always that I want to do he always supported me do something when I said father I want to go to college I want to study and whatever he always said to me yes you can I will help you with this and whatever and so sometimes I think the people could be the opposite of it and said that the people couldn't be better for something or don't know how to do something and whatever and it can put some things at the mind of the people and it could be not good in the future and the person can grow up with this in his mind and all that they will do they can say I'm not good up with this I will not do because I'm not good and whatever so I think the family uh could have a good effect in it it's important.
Yeah, and people are different, I don't have brothers, but I can imagine that if I grow up with a brother, for example, we are different persons, so we we have different abilities. It's not a um I forget the word, but um it's not okay to compare two persons, because um two persons have different abilities and skills, and we it's not good to put the same pressure, so yes, I think that's it, guys. So okay, about the question number 4, are you a neurotic person? Um, Neurotic is a hard word to describe myself, so I don't think so. But I think a neurotic person is a person that feel constantly anxious and worry about things in their life, and feel sad or have depression, so have negative um feelings, negative emotions. And Yeah, I don't think I'm a neurotic person, but sometimes I care about what people thinking about me, and I'm a little bit neurotic for this. Oh my God, my camera is terrible. But yes, I think that's it. So, Johnson, what do you think?
I think no, I'm not. I think that I'm a calm person. I sometimes I get stressed about something and whatever because I work a lot with my mind sometimes. So sometimes it's hard, but hardly ever, almost never. I don't remember the last time that I did boom and because of problems and whatever. So yeah, I try to resolve my problems and whatever. For don't need to be neurotic. Neurotic. I don't know, but I'm a calm person. I'm like this. It's because I'm. It's is who I am. I think so. I have it with me, but I think it's not so easy for lots of people.
Yeah, I think a neurotic person have a low tolerance for stress, and this person can explode, you know. And yes, I'm not this person. So, Andrea, what about you?
Oh my gosh, I have a doubt because sometimes I think I am a neurotic person, sometimes not, and so maybe neurotic person can be uh, really strong definition, but I don't know. I think I am more anxious person than neurotic. For example, if I have something to solve at at job, it will be the next week. For example, I will struggle until there because I will be thinking about this process, the thing that I need to solve, think so much, overthinking about the problem. Let's say that. And because of this, I think I am more anxious than neurotic. But I have with me that, for example, uh, I like to do the things uh, the best I can, you know. Um, and I usually say that you can call me like a bad name, but don't call me like a responsible person because I am not an irresponsible person. So sometimes I think I am a little neurotic because I like to do my best in everything that I do. So sometimes, yeah, maybe. But I continue in saying that I am more anxious than neurotic.
Yeah, I remember our last immersion together, and we talked about overthinking. And yes, I'm totally understanding you, Andrea, because if I feel anxious about I think in my life I overthink a lot and creating create situations and try to imagine um a lot of things, so I am always overthinking about a topic in my life. And yes, it's hard. And as you, Andrea, I like to do my best, but I try to remember that my best change day by day, so my 100% is not the same in comparison to yesterday or tomorrow, because for example right now I'm feel really tired, and I'm here. I try to do my best here, but on another day I can be better than now because I'm tired right now. So yes, our rest is different day by day. So I try to remember this because it's hard to remember. So Romeo, what do you think?
Um, I'm not considered a neurotic person, you know. Every time I try to be a quiet person, you know, try to solve some problems with calm, you know. But be honest, sometimes I I think I feel I feel a little neurotic, you know, for solve some problems in my company, you know, these problems that that my boss and above others, how can I say, leaders require a fast solution for many problems, you know. And I used to see many leaders to become a neurotic for try to solve any problems so fast, you know. I think can not stop for think uh, about uh, about the problem, story, how can the problem it's working, you know. Any other situation that is necessary, how can I say, is studying a lot, you know. Yeah, I think many, how can I say, many leaders, many persons in my company still become neurotic about problems, you know, because I think it is necessary. I think I don't know, is required. How can I say? How can I say? São cobrados in English. I don't know. You know, for fast solutions. You know, and I understand in many situations, but uh, everything is necessary. How can I say? Not everything should affect solution. You know, necessary and understand a lot, pay attention a lot for this thing is not happening again. You know, yeah, I think. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I will say for me, a good leader is a person that try to understand us and try to help us to solve a problem. You know, for me, um, it's important to not to be just a boss, but be a good leader, you know. And yes, yes. So let's go to the question number 6. So, what do you think of people who consider themselves perfectionists? Perfectionists, very self-critical. Yeah, I think so. Sometimes I'm feel a perfectionist person, and I because I have fear of failure, and I have self-criticism, you know, so I put a lot of pressure to achieve my plans or to do my tasks, and sometimes I feel stuck, you know. Sometimes I wait to the best moment to start a new thing because I want to be perfect. So, but it's not a good thing to do, you know. Sometimes I just need to start and try to do my best, and we I don't need to be perfect, you know. but I suffer a lot of this. And Johnson, what about you?
Um, I I think I don't know, but yeah, I think it's a hard question. But I am not so perfectionist. I think so, but people that are like this, I think they have uh they take a long time doing small things sometimes because they want to eat the best uh, of they want, for example. So it's uh, on a presentation, for example, they want to do it the best for because um, one point uh, that's missing sometimes uh, they don't like and they need to fix it and whatever. So sometimes I think it's a problem that I'm thinking now. It's because they take a long time for those small things that not necessarily it's need sometimes. Sometimes I think that it's important, but not all the time.
I agree with you. And sometimes we just care about achieve a big plan, achieve a big dream, but we need to celebrate the small things, because it's a part of the process. Sometimes I spend a lot of time prepare myself to start a new thing. So I spend time, I lost my time. So sometimes we just need to start, with fear, and um, lower expectation because I put a lot of pressure to be perfect or to do fast, So oh my God, it's really hard. So Andrea, what do you think?
Yes, my sign says that I am a perfectionist, but I don't agree. I am a Virgo, guys. I don't think I am perfectionist, but I think I am a little methodic. I like to do, for example, I have some activities to have some tasks to do at work. Every day is the same. And for me, it's really hard when something goes wrong and I need to change the way that I do. You know, I really like to every day the same things as I do the same as I do. I don't know if you understand. And so I think I am methodic. But and if I do something different, uh, I don't know, my day will be a little mess, because I change the way that I am used to do the things. But I think being perfectionist sometimes can be not so good because maybe you are pushing yourself too hard and you lost the opportunity. Like you said, you think so much before you start doing, while we just, if you just need to start and do. So maybe we lost time, we lost opportunities because of this. And I don't think we need to wait the best moment to start doing something because we don't know what is the best moment. If we don't face what we need to do in that time, I don't know. It's difficult for me to explain, but I think it's not good being a perfectionist. Something like that.
Yeah, I think I am a little bit methodic too, because I don't like to change my routine, And Yeah, things happens and sometimes I need to change my routine, but yes, sometimes I feel like a mess, as you said. And that's it. Okay, so Romeo, what about you?
I can read the question. Uh, could you repeat for me because my chat is not
Oh,
possible to see.
okay. So I will read it again, okay? The question number
Okay.
6. What do you think of people who consider themselves perfectionists? Are perfectionists very self-critical?
Okay. Um, it's hard to explain about this, but I think many many persons try to bring how can I say a perfect solution or a perfect thing for any situations. I think for feel a good feeling about this. I try to explain this especially in my company because I think it's normal or yeah, it's normal to watch this every time, because we have many teams, and I think each team try to how can I say to solve or explain or study any situations about the railroad or try to avoid the next problem or try avoid the how can I say the same problems, yeah, I think it is hard to explain about this. Even in Portuguese or
Ye-
another language, at least for me, it's hard to explain. But I think it is.
Yes, for me too. It's not easy to discuss this topic. And yeah, I agree with you. Sometimes I want to have a brilliant idea at my job to to demonstrate my value, but sometimes we just need a simple idea, simple um thing to solve a problem, So I don't need to be perfect, So I totally understand you, Ramel.
Okay.
So, okay, guys, I think we have time to one more question very quickly. So let's go to the question number 8. Have you sometimes attributed your success to luck? Do you often feel like a fraud? Yeah, sometimes I I felt like a fraud and I attributed my success to luck or to to have good connections, but not my skills, not my ability. And yes, I think it's really hard to say this, but yeah, sometimes I felt like a fraud and I don't feel competent enough, especially my profession. But no, I'm not a fraud, but it's hard to thinking about this. So Andrea, what about you?
No, I don't think so. I have never attributed my success to luck or feel like a fraud. I think I've been working hard to achieve my goals, my things. And as I said before, I try to do my best in everything. So yeah, I just working hard for that.
Yeah, great, Andrea. And we don't attributed our success to external factors. So we need to believe in ourselves and do our job. So Johansson, what do you think?
I think my biggest in the my success that I have done that I think it was the best for me. I didn't do it to look, but I know that one day something happened and that and I said it was luck and something like this. But I don't want to put my success in something that I do because I think about outlook, but I know that some things happened at my life, and I thought one day that it was luck. Oh, it was luck. Yeah.
Yes, sometimes I know it's not lucky, but I don't know, people um congratulation me to do a good thing, for example, and I say, oh, it's nothing, it's just luck, so it's bad, guys. So, Ramil, what do you think?
I agree with Andrea and Joan's. I attribute my abilities only hard work, you know. I think it's a big value for me. Totally agree. The same opinion.
Great, Ramil. So, okay, guys, our time is over, and I hope you like this conversation, and I hope to see you in another opportunity. Okay, guys? So, thank you for coming today, and bye bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Larissa.
you.
Bye
Have
bye,
a good night.
guys.